Hey guys, Scott from scottsweb.dev here. Today I'm going to show you how to use Visual Studio Code with Windows Subsystem for Linux. I really feel like Visual Studio Code is the best editor to use if you're running WSL, and that's because it has an extension that allows you to run the full Visual Studio Code feature set. Like you have a full IDE inside of your Windows Subsystem for Linux. How you get that configured is inside Visual Studio Codes, you'll go to your extensions, search for WSL, click on it, install this plugin. Once you do that, you can open up your Windows Subsystem for Linux and you can navigate to any directory that contains your code. Let me go ahead and close this. So I will browse to my website. And then once you're in there, you just type code space and then dot and hit enter. And it will bring up your code like it is local. And it is local from your WSL instance. Because of this and the way it's set up, I moved all of my code from Windows over to WSL, Windows Subsystem for Linux. So all of my code and repos and everything lives inside the Linux file system. I don't have anything on Windows anymore. I actually don't even have PHP, Apache, or MySQL on Windows anymore. Everything is contained to my WSL environment. And I can open up code like I showed you before by typing code dot, and it will open up a local instance of Visual Studio Code inside of Linux. So that's really cool and allows you to keep everything contained inside of your Windows subsystem for Linux. And then you actually don't have to go to your command line and type code dot. You can, but you can open up Visual Studio Code just like you usually would from Windows. You can browse to the folder. I could go to open folder and then select my Linux installation and open code, and Visual Studio Code will say open this in WSL. You just click that and then you are inside of your WSL instance using Visual Studio Code. So it's really cool. I highly recommend it if you haven't done it. Use the WSL extension for Visual Studio Code, and you'll be able to keep everything contained inside of Linux. Hope this video was helpful for you. Subscribe to my channel if it was. Lots more how-to videos coming up. And also see my other videos on running Windows Subsystem for Linux. It's a really cool way to recreate your server environment locally, so you're not running everything on Windows. You'll actually have a Linux system inside of your Windows installation, so it's really neat. Yeah, it just works really well. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.